All right, all right. Okay, there's a lot of KMS stuff that we haven't gone through. This is from last week. Okay, so this is old news, I know, but I haven't gone over this yet, so I wanted to make sure to catch up on this. And as I say that, I realize that there is no music, so let me find some beautiful, beautiful background music. That'll probably start somewhere in the middle of the playlists. Yes. But we'll have to watch a video first anyway, because there's going to be a video introduction. There always is with these things. So this is the Starlight Symphony. Symphony. That's how they would say it over there. Symphony. That sounded weird, but that trust. Okay, they don't have Fs. They use Ps for Fs in Korean. Here, Symphony. See, that's what it says right here. Yes. So there was this a week ago, and then there was the live talk that you guys have probably already heard a little bit about yesterday, and then today the Tespia new Tespia version with the first iteration of the Explorer reworks. So all of that stuff. So I'll look at the KMS update. Nice, good, nice shorts, bro. KMS update stuff from... We'll just go over this real quick because this is like the finalization of the Tespia notes that I did go over. But these are the things that are in live server of KMS already since last week. Okay, so a little bit late on that, but you know, wanted to go over that anyway to make sure that we're all up to speed on what is the current state of KMS before we go into like the test server stuff that comes after that. You know, trying to kind of keep it chronological. So this is the first update, first of 3. You can see the whole roadmap again to see when they're going to be like releasing everything. So this is the part of the 30th of December, right? So this is this part, this big update here that comes with all of this stuff, and that comes with this stuff. That's the first big update, and then the second update is the finalization of the Explorers. So now is the first Tespia round, and there was going to be a second Tespia round. I don't know if they came... if that's still the thing, we'll see in the Voice of Mapler thing, they go into this, not the Voice of Mapler, sorry, the, what was it called, the Destiny Live Talk, they go into that as well, the exact dates of all the stuff that's coming out, and their future plans, so we'll get more details when I go over that. I'll probably do that later today, so that video is probably going to go up not too long after this one, to make sure we're all caught up on the KMS stuff before the big, first look we get at the explored characters. Of course, we already saw the showcase, but now we'll actually see them in game, and people are going to be able to experience them and play around with them, and maybe find some insane oversights or see some incredible gameplay that we didn't even previously think was possible. So that should be pretty cool. And then we have the big new boss that shares equip set with the level 250 equip set with Seren and all that stuff. That's going to be February 24th, so that's very late in the year, honestly, for a winter event. It seems they've been pushing them back, you know, like the current winter event in GMS also lasting all the way until February 8th, also pretty late. Wonder if that was just like a necessity or if that was a conscious choice, I'm not sure. But, you know, that's something to think about, I guess. So, well, I guess here's going to be the full lockdown. So December is going to have the collaboration with a cinema chain. You know, you can get like popcorn with Pink Bean and and Yeti on it, I think, in Korea. Voice of Mapler improvements. So Voice of Mapler is basically like MapleStory players giving feedback about stuff that they would like to see changed in the game, and then basically going over like, okay, which of these changes are relatively doable and don't really impact the game as much as just like major quality of life stuff that we can easily implement to make sure that people have a more fun experience playing the game. That's usually a lot of that stuff, and usually a lot of this is actually small but has bigger effects than you would think. It looks like small stuff, but it's actually kind of just improves your day-to-day and your general fun experience in the game quite well. The addition of Easy Will, Normal Hilla, and Normal Seren. The Dawn boss accessory set that we talked about, right? The accessory pieces that are supposed to fill the gap in between the boss accessory set and the pitch boss pieces. Of course, we have Sweetwater and Gollux, so we kind of already have something in between there. But KMS has basically nothing there. They have almost nothing, so it's pretty useful for them to bridge the gap from one to the other. Starlight Symphony event. So none of that information was in the test PR, so we're mostly going to go over all of that. Basically the big winter event and, you know, the shop and how you get coins and what mini games you have and all that stuff. Starlight Chariot event. I think that's one of those special... Oh no, that's extreme level up. I'm not sure what this one is. I see Chariot, so maybe it's one of those login things. We'll see. Terra Burning Plus and Burning World. That, you know, that's probably... We'll probably jump over that pretty quickly because it might be just a little bit different than last time. So we'll see if there is any differences on the upcoming Burning World and Terra Burning Plus. But it's probably still going to be very similar. So we should be able to go over that pretty quickly. And then the extreme level up time. So they're having some... I think that one was already done though, right? I think that's what Kobe used to get to 275. Yeah, that was December 26th. So they seem to have one big old event on most of the sunny Sundays. Or is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these? I'm not sure. But we'll see in the patch notes. But apparently there's like a big Star Force event also coming, so that should all be pretty interesting. Okay, I hope this is not a 10-minute video. Let's see what this is. 6 minutes. Oh god. And it's all in Korean, so I have no idea what they're going to be saying.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
업데이트 소식과 함께 돌아온 GM 노리입니다.
Dorim?
데스티니 1차 업데이트를
She still has a Wizard
동생님들께
logo.
많은 이야기를 전해드리려고 해요.
Or it's a Maple logo, and she put it up. She equipped it upside down. Equipped it. Put it on upside down. Oh god.
12월 30일.
Let me equip my glasses real quick, guys.
지휘자 스텔라와 별자리 친구들을 만나보세요.
Okay, that's a chariot.
그들을 위해 연주회와
Yep,
선물
star
때
signs,
잔뜩 준비-
astrology.
매일매일 별빛 도장을 찍다 보면
A lot of astrology
극한
going
성장의
on.
비약, 카르마 유니크 잠재 능력 주문서와
Oh yeah, that's a chariot. Okay, that's the login
선생님들께
thing.
도움이 되는 보상들을
Ooh, with a
많이
big
얻을 수
potion at the
있고요.
end, free level up to
스텔라
250.
패스를
Nice.
모을 수 있는 멜로디 코인을 모두 모아서 별빛
Alright, daily points you can
많은
claim.
경험치면 된대요.
This looks very similar to the current
물론
event,
이번에도
right?
멜로디 코인과 많은
Daily
경험치까지 얻을 수
quests and
있는
stuff
미니
for
게임도
points.
함께 준비되어
I clicked in the wrong spot.
눈 깜짝할
What
사이에
the?
경험치도 가득.
Oh my god, you have to
멜로디 코인도
recreate.
가득
Is that the
모아보세요.
mini game? You have to recreate fucking star signs.
이뿐만이 아니라 레벨 범위 몬스터를 사냥하다 보면
Oh,
경험치가
that's a special map event when you kill enough monsters, apparently. These things are getting more and more. New pets. Item shop. I see a legendary ring scroll. I see a bunch of chairs. Oh, new bosses. Yeah. Very excited. Okay. This does not seem like an average drop from a boss. Just to throw that out there. This is don't count on this. Don't count on like a fucking endless terror right next to those earrings as well. It's a little excessive. Yeah. That's just a GM flex, okay? Yeah, so the ring we'll probably get to it, but like basically the ring from slime is in a weird spot. They added it to the boss accessory set, so people are counting on the boss accessory set bonus at this point and have started upgrading it as such, but they want to move it into the Dawn set instead, which kind of made people feel like, well, okay, but what if I don't want to get the Dawn set or it doesn't make sense, but I invested in it for the boss accessory set, now that investment is going to waste. So there's going to be the ability to get an item that changes what set the ring is a part of. So you can choose to have it part of the boss accessory set or of the Dawn set, and you can change it with like you can move it with you basically as you're changing up from one set to the other. So this is going to be a new face accessory. It's going to be dropping from Will and Lucid. I think Hard Will, Hard Lucid. And then the earrings from Darknell and Gloom. Most of this stuff is kind of going to be useless for us. Like the pendant doesn't make sense at this point, right? Because we have Superior Golics. And we have Transpose Sweetwater, or we're going into Source of Suffering. Like, this is in a weird position for us. The earring, only dropping from Gloom and Darknell, but this time you're already in Superior Golics. This doesn't make any sense either. This is basically the only two that we're looking for the change that we talked about when we got it over the test notes, because they did add the 10% boss damage line to the 2 set effect, which does make this viable. but you will need them both in high Star Force to overcome Sweetwater and possible other equips, of course. But that is viable.
이제 더더욱 다양한 장신구 조합을 시도해 볼 수 있겠네요. 메이플 용사님들의 합의 개편이 진행되었어요.
So this is the Maple guide being completely redone. Dude, I've been waiting years for this.
이용할 수 있을 거예요. 마을부터 필드까지
I think you can add monsters to quick travel, and you just click OK, and it just takes you to those monsters, I think. Yeah.
단축키 프리셋과 링크 스킬 프리셋까지
Presets for the keyboard,
프리셋을 활용해
link skill
편하게
presets.
또 검은 마법사 연습 모드가
Practice mode for Black Mage.
이제는 더욱 즐겁게 보스를 즐길 수 있을 거예요. 그 외에도 이것저것 다양한
Lots of
부분에서
text.
편의성이 개선되었다고 하니 조금 더 편리한 플레이가 가능할 것 같아요.
Too many words on the slide.
가능할 것
Rule of 7, guys. 7 by 7 for a slide max, okay? 7 lines of text, 7 words per line at the most. More than that, and your slide has too much text in it.
같아요.
Just if you're making PowerPoints.
빠질 수 없는 테라 버닝 플러스와 버닝 월드
Terra Burning Plus, Burning World, Sunny Sundays, Tobenhead Warrior.
다음 업로드
Oh, is this the cheat sheet? Damn, that's a tongue twister right there. So, changes from KMST version 1 to... Oh, wow. How handy. Thank you, Mr. Orange Mushroom Max. Check him out on orangemushroom.net. Make sure to whitelist him. The following changes have been made to the Starlight Symphony event. In the coin shop, the event ring only legendary potential scroll has been changed from being untradeable to being able to be put into storage. Really nice. This means that if you have a side character that is purely just leveling and getting daily coins to be able to buy this item and then move it to any other character, you can just have like 1 or 2 or 3 side kanas just grabbing coins for this kind of stuff. That's cool. The Starlight Chariot Stella Pass cost has been changed from 40,000 Maple points to 20,000 Maple points. Okay, so that's cut in half. Yeah, so that's like the season pass that you guys in chat were already talking about. I'm sure we'll read the details in a little bit. The Starlight Chariot Selective Symbol Voucher has been changed from rewarding 100 arcane symbols and 20 authentic symbols to 240, so that doubled that up. And the Event Ring only Meister Cube purchase limit has been changed from 50 per world to 100 per world. I feel like, hasn't it always been 100 in previous event? I wonder why they took it down. GMS non-reboot has a perma Telerock right now for sale. I know they have the coupons from like Marvel, right? My Commercy advice is probably really good. Too bad I have no idea what it's talking about. Are you talking about the Command Lobster Dinner or what I mentioned before? Certain event items, quantities, prices, and limits of the test server without being checked were released in the test server without being checked carefully. For the event ring, only legendary potential scroll, we recognized that it had incorrect details and decided to fix it immediately when it was released in the official server. Also, we adjusted the quantity of symbol items and ring. We apologize for the above adjustments, and we will do our best to avoid giving negative experiences to players by checking things more thoroughly in the future. It was only in a test server, though. I mean, sure, and the test server is made to like find these mistakes and correct them before they go live, right? I don't know if they have to apologize here. I think that's like the nature of the game. So, the command never did Commercy. Oh yeah, well once you get there, it'll make sense. You basically have to select from a map what voyages you want to do, and then when you select the voyage, you have to select which items you want to take with you. And at that point, it'll make sense. Oh, my Galona's hard today. 10 years to go until 22 star. Good luck, dude. No, they cut that in half, dude. It's only like 5 years, 5.5 years. You're good. By the time someone gets level 300, you'll have your 22 star Galonas. Trust. So the Guardian Angel Ring will remain as a part of the boss accessory set. A new item called the Guardian Angel Ring Conversion Scroll has been added, which lets you choose to include the Guardian Angel Ring in the Dawn's boss set. If a Guardian Angel Ring is included in Dawn's boss set, it will not be included in the boss accessory set. You can talk to the village chief, slime NPC, and Remu Hot Springs to receive the Guardian Angel Ring Conversion Scroll. Yeah, and this is basically to mitigate the people who invested into the boss accessory set combination, and then basically we're like, well, fuck, now it's going to be part of the other set, we'll get hurt by that, and then we'll lose our initial investment. So the great thing is they didn't let this go for months, but they immediately got on this, immediately came with a solution and gave people the option so that it doesn't become a huge problem. So this is like a really good thing, and I hope that they do this for more and more things, where it's like the community is like, hey, this is going to be an issue, and then they come up with a solution immediately without letting it grow and fester and become like this thing that just gets added on the list of things that Nexon fucked up, you know? So that's nice. The Twilight Mark's number of slots has been changed from 5 to 3. That's a non-reboot thing, of course, we don't have slots on items. The Dumb Boss's 3 set effect boss damage has been moved to the 2 set effect. So this puts it into the meta, possibly for us in GMS as well. Because 10% boss damage, 10 attack, 10 all set on a 2 set, that's always something juicy, because most sets only start at 3 set. So a 2 set gives us possibilities to move things around. Plus the 3 set is Garbo and the 4 set is Garbo, and those pieces are horribly overpowered by superior Golics, so we don't have to worry about those at all. Unless you really want to, you can, right? But superior Golics is definitely superior there, and is going to take the spots. So, but the 2 set bonus is something you can consider. And since a lot of people don't really like the Commercy dailies, you'll be able to do Black Bean Mark for the, or Chaos Bean Mark, whichever one it is. I think it's Black Bean Mark, right? For the eye, and then for the face, do this piece, the Twilight Mark. And basically Dinero's purely for the boat and for transposing the pendant. And then build up more and more Dineros, and then when you get later into the game, you can decide, okay, do I get a pitched boss? Do I just skip the other Sweetwater pieces and use the Dineros as backups for a higher Star Force pendant? Or, and then, you know, don't go super hard on like thousands of the, well, maybe like 2k Dineros or something, but not like 4 or 5k. Or are you, you know, are you getting a Pap Mark and do you want to transpose Papulatus Mark? And then at that point you move into the Dineros more. But basically you have more time, less pressure on needing to get the accessories quickly, even less than now, and being able to dedicate more of that to upgrading your boat so that you can start, you know, making way more Dineros in the long term for going up to 21 stars or beyond. Yeah, that's the goal, Sind. Yeah, so the effectiveness of the new Twilight Mark and Dumb Beast accessory set was very high, and the existing pitched boss sets lose control machine mark. Lose control machine mark? Oh, so that's Berserk, right? I guess if you go Berserk, you lose control. That's true. I didn't know it was called lose control machine mark. That's interesting. Became relatively less useful. It was unintentional for a pitched boss set item to have lower effectiveness than a Dawn's boss set item. So, okay, that's because of non-reboot, how much they could upgrade it because of the 5 sets. So that's why they adjusted the number of slots. Gotcha. The cumulative experience required to level up from 250 through 259, so I including 259, right, has been decreased by about 16%. That's pretty big. And I was actually talking with Noah about this a little bit before the stream as well, is that I feel like a lot of people kind of get stuck with characters around 250, not because, I mean, it used to be like the max level, like way back, and that's probably still a little bit part of the mental, but it's also, if you want to go past 250, every single boss that goes past that area is a big leap, and you have to commit a lot of time to your character to, before you can really feel like you've reached the next milestone. So stretching out the leveling and making that bit easier, I think will have more people slipping into, or feeling like they're getting better rates. Well, they will be getting better rates, but feeling like their time is more valuable when they're training. So the July developer comments about the discussion board: after adding the new hunting grounds in Limina, we promised additional adjustments for the level 250 to 260 section in the winter update, where the experience required to level up was not adjusted in the Niwa update. However, we were unable to confirm the details and proceeded with the test world update omitting this. When this is updated on the official server, we would like to improve the character growth experience in that section by adjusting the experience required to level up. Silly apologize for not carefully checking the... Why do they apologize at the end of every box? Okay, almost every box, not this one, but... like, sure, but, like, you know... Yeah, give the... I saw the same email, but with, like, a very small ball in front. Make sure you copy this one for, Stay strong, yes, yes. When entering Black Mage practice mode, it was intended for it not to consume fragments of destiny, but this was omitted and they were consumed. As intended, we have changed it so that you can challenge the Black Mage practice mode without consuming your fragments of destiny. Honestly, I wouldn't even be mad if it did consume your fragment of destiny. But it's probably better that it doesn't. Let's be honest, because this way you can start practicing way faster. The Growing Sprout name tag ring and chat bubble ring from the level 30 Maple Guide rewards have been changed from expiring in 30 days to being permanent. Oh, cool. On January 5th, 2022, 6 p.m. You know what this kind of reminds me of? Growing Sprout. The little... do you guys remember when you made a character and you had the little sprout outfit? You looked like a little green apple, like a sapling. And you had to walk over those conveyor belts, and you had like pictures in the background of like how strong your character might be and what kind of content you might be doing, and you're basically walking like through a set of MapleStory. It was a different that was an interesting era. I don't feel like that was around very long, but somehow that stayed imprinted in people, because with the stream we had I think it was around St. Patrick's Day, right? When they had like green outfits and everyone was walking around in the apple suit, and we did that for a little bit. I think I ran around like that for a week. That was pretty cute. Yeah, people started calling it the apple suit, but you were a sprout, right? You were supposed to be like a little maple tree sapling. But yeah, I mean, it made your head look like a green apple, basically. Like a Granny Smith apple, I think is the term. On January 5th, 2022, 6 p.m., we will hold a time to communicate with players in real time. So that's the one that happened yesterday, and that's the one that we'll go over in a little bit as well. The live talk that was held, which was apparently like 3 hours long or something. 3 hours and 50 minutes, but which has been distilled down. So Steve's talking about it. Max has basically broken it down here into bite size. So we'll go over that in a bit. This is Kangwon Ki. I talked about the winter update during the Destiny showcase, but we desperately felt that there were many shortcomings in what we covered and how we explained it. Although it's very late, we have set up a time to communicate with players in real time and talk about things we didn't fully explain in showcase. See you soon. Thank you. Okay. Spring Project cumulative experience. Yeah, we already read that. So this is the Maple Guide. It's gonna look quite differently. Quite different. So the recommended areas, quests, where to train, that's all been overhauled. Rewards, I think, have been more specified. You can add maps here, and you can add monsters here, and then automatically teleport to all of these things that have been registered. So like the decreased need for rocks in the beginning, and just faster traveling through everything. That ad, because I mentioned Granny Smith apple, this is an ad. That's like the stereotypical green apple, isn't it? Isn't that always Granny Smith? I don't know. I don't fucking know my apples, okay? Brayburn. No, Brayburn is red. Brayburn is the apples that my uncle wanted. They're like... They like break apart when you eat. Not a texture I enjoy. He liked them though. I feel like they're old people apples. Onyx apples? Yeah, get the onyx apples. Onyx apple is purple, changed my mind. I would call it more blue. But blue and purple, I think, are like the... Green, blue, and purple are like the colors where most people like disagree on where exactly on the spectrum they are. Certain recommended quest experience rewards have been increased, and the number of monsters or items required has been decreased, so quests will now take less time to complete. The number of areas that can be moved to using quick move have been greatly increased. You can unlock the ability to move to specific towns and monster maps by completing the quest lines and defeating a certain number of monsters. This is basically like the stamp system, right? But hopefully a little bit more accessible to most people. Quick move favorites feature was added, and you can select up to 10 areas that you can quick move to. The quick move feature has a 30-second cooldown. I think that's probably fine. It's going to take you at least that long to complete whatever daily or quest you have in that map. You know what? I don't care if it's a 30-second cooldown, as long as it doesn't give me the pop-up. Other requests are being fulfilled right now. Please try again later. And then close my world map and have me selecting the thing all over again and then try to click again. As long as that doesn't happen, this is going to be really good, okay? It's changed to 10 sequence already? Nice. When you reach certain conditions, you will now be given the following rewards once per world. Oh yeah, so this is the... So they changed it to being permanent, the ring, but other than that, I think it's still the same thing. Mastery boxes, slots, extreme growth potions. Yeah, that's still the same thing as from Tespia. Except the time on the rings is now permanent. This is the same message as before. I'm not going to read all of that. Risk of occurring if players move maps too frequently. So apparently is this down to 10 seconds, someone said in chat? No. Is that part of the Maple talk, the Destiny live talk? Oh, is it part of the Tespia that came out today, that it was reduced to 10 seconds maybe? We'll inevitably get to it then, if that has changed already since then. Arcane River area story quests clear records will now be shared between characters in the same world, and a story skip has been added. So that's for Vanishing Journey, River City, Choo Choo Island, Yum Yum Island, Lecheline, Arcana, Morassus, Ferris, Celis, Moonbridge, Labyrinth, Limina, Cernium, Burning Cernium, and Arcus for all of those areas. All of that will be shared, so if one character has gone through it to the account. Okay, and then when a character who has cleared an area story quest uses World Leap, that character must visit one of the maps below in order for other characters in that world to be able to skip the story quest. Okay, so they have to kind of like register. You have to tick the box real quick. Then, if there's at least one character in the same world that has completed all of the pre-quests for Omni CLN, like the robot in... Actually, that's going to be kind of interesting, because I think that boss crystal is going to have an okay value. Nobody's going to do it. It's going to go up. I already have one character that has done the pre-quest. So once his value goes up to a decent amount, I might like jump into a character and go kill it, because it's like a 2-second boss. But if the crystal's like 20 or 30 mil, that could be worth it, you know? Papalatus, Von Leon, Arc, Pink Bean, Cygnus, Magnus, or Guardian Angel Slime, all of those pre-quests are also automatically completed, and people can go into the boss on any character on account where another character has done that. So that's going to save a whole lot of time for your account and for new characters to kind of break up the, oh, I'm playing a new character, time to do, you know, time to unlock all of my bosses, time to take like 1 or 2 days of just doing non-stop pre-quests to unlock all the content. So that's good, I think, especially if you want to promote people playing more characters and character hopping more, you know. Can be used up to... Oh, Black Mage practice mode has been added. Can be used up to 20 times per day as a total max of all practice modes, apparently. You cannot acquire experience or rewards, and you will not consume Fragments of Destiny. No more Maze in Verus Hilla. And the inputs to activate the altar is now going to be directly correlated to how many characters are in the map. So if you're soloing, you can activate the altar quite fast, and if you have a full party, everyone, well, and not everyone is on it, it's going to take a bit longer, I think. Or I think it was 30 now. I think someone mentioned, or that it was like 25 now. But yeah, basically very good downscaling. No Maze for Verus Hilla is amazing. It's probably a normal change, but it also sucks that, yeah, I don't know. We don't have dungeons, right? We don't have raids, really. Like, we have Ursus, and like our only dungeons, I guess, kind of is the Maze for Verus Hilla, and is Princess No. Like, I don't know. I think in general, if we were used to having dungeons and mazes, I think we would be okay with it. But since this is like one of the only ones in the game, it feels so necessary. But it's just because we're not used to it. So in Chosen Seren Phase 2's Mitra power pattern, the height and safe spots has been adjusted. Yeah, that was all part of Tespia as well. 5th job advancement quests were redone. That was all part of Tespia as well. You only have to kill 1 Happy Urda. No more Star Force thing. Star Force requirement. Easier to find the portal. You get more arcane power from the first symbol. And And change to be level 2. Oh, and you start with a level 2 symbol, yeah. So you immediately start with 40 arcane power in the pre-symbol and once you get the symbol instead of having 30. You still need 10 Star Force on a weapon. I think the 10 Star Force on a weapon was part of the same here. Was also part of preparing for a new power, I think. I guess we'll see when it comes out exactly. It's not that important, but I think that was part of the same quest. Like 100 Star Force and at least 10 of that on the weapon. I think that was the full... I think that was the same quest. Okay, and then so this is the prequest... Sorry, not prequest. Presets for the link skills. You get 3 presets and you can just switch between them. And then 3 presets for your keyboard. That'll be up here. We talked about that last time. So you have keys to switch between your keyboard settings, but you can just put that key on the same button so that if you switch, the same button will switch you to the next keyboard setting. So this can make it that if you're doing certain bosses or, you know, between training and bossing, if you have like a slightly different setup or you have slightly different keys available to you, you can switch between this very easily, and then you can see which keys are missing, and then just throw those into the matrix and boom, be done. It'd be cool if the matrix had a preset. It'd be cool if Innerability had a preset. You know, I think eventually that's what we're going for. It's just everything having a preset, but it seems that they're kind of reluctant to give one to everything, and they want to slowly roll them out one at a time. But yeah, hopefully, you know, fingers crossed that eventually we'll get there. The alarms for the skills, so you can set an alarm that if a skill is available, there's like a big pop-up. Also the number, at least up until 5, will be more visible. I don't know why the number doesn't go below 5. I would like it to just be like 1 and 0, but I don't, you know, so for some reason do like the 5. Like they do the thing like in TV or something where it's like silent. It's like we're not getting like recorded. Like it's fine to just put the numbers on there. But especially because of server lag, I think okay, here's the reason why it's not on there. Because of server lag, the last 5 seconds can be off by a whole lot. But it'll be more obvious if numbers are on there. So if you just don't put numbers on there, it doesn't show as much. Because if it says like 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, like it'll be super obvious. But if it's just blinking, it's like, oh, I guess I'm the one who's wrong. I guess I'm off by a little bit. So maybe they're like just hiding after that. That might actually be really smart. My bad. I totally take back that statement. It's a genius move. So now we'll feel like the ones that who have no sense of time. But you can only set the alarm for 6 skills, which is, I mean, probably enough. I don't know why they have that limit. I guess you don't want like every single skill popping up. You can also set like an alarm for a skill that is technically in a different form, like if you're an arc, so you can see when the skill in the other form is coming back, so that you know that you can switch into the Spectre form and the other skill will be available. So that's actually pretty cool. We have a facial expression item. Also, I think it'll help you if you have more skills with cooldown that you can fit here in the bottom right, or more skills that you want to have visible here. You can also make an alarm for them if they're not even here, and then I think they'll pop up anyway, but you won't have to have them in the slot, so you'll know that they're ready. Which is kind of like having 6 extra slots down here without it taking up the space. So that's kind of cool. Extra guys, don't bet your money on fucking sports ball matches, okay? It's horrible. When you have a facial expression item and enter keywords related to each item in the chat windows, experience rewards report on Frito have been increased. Monster Park 1.5x is changed to 2x 15-minute coupons instead. Stronger messages for the drops. This was all in Tespia as well. More obvious, different symbols. When we talked about this during the Tespia patch notes, a lot of people said, "Wait, there's more than 2 different colors of orbs in Gloom." Yes, because you have one that seals you, one that blinds you, and one that zombifies you. But the blind and the zombify colors are very, very close. I think they actually might be the same at this point, but they're very, very close. So now it's going to be more specifically visible which one is which. Can I get back to that when I'm done with the video, Lobster Dinner? In Dusk, Normal, and Chaos, the image of the 3 kinds of void fragments that appear have been improved to be more easily distinguishable. Yeah, that's what I just read. If you do character select and you keep clicking to the left or keep clicking to the right, it's going to rotate now. It's not going to get stuck on one side. Why when I see this character do I think of Noah? I feel like Noah's character has kind of looked like this a little bit. Not like with the hammer and stuff, but like the eye and the face and the general outfit for some reason. Have you had like glasses and like short hair with this color before? I think so. You have a mustache. True. This is like a small mustache almost looking. For Union, a Legion attack power, the increase based on the character's level has been improved so that it is increased for every 10 levels from 250 and higher. And for 380 or higher and 400 or higher, there's more Legion raid power from Star Force. So yeah, for people with big legions, 8k and up, this is probably going to be a nice increase to get more coins. And I think the scaling, you know, past a certain point, if people play a lot, you can still run out of Legion coins quite easily. Not myself, because I don't train or grind, but other people can. So I think for them it's a good thing to feel a better scaling upwards of the Legion power to get more coins as a result. That sounds like good shit. Reluctant to the game, if you're wearing a pendant in an expired slot, you will actually get the notification more clearly, so you don't run into boss fights first and then you're like, why is my damage so shit? General stores will add the mastery books and the refillable, not refillable, but like high value potion, which gives 5,000 HP and MP for 1k, which is of course really good value. I hope that with this existing, they get rid of the reindeer milks and the cheese wheels and all the other stuff, so that people don't get, you know, new players can probably still get baited into accidentally buying those. But of course, KMS doesn't have the ginger ales and stuff, so we will still be using ginger ales if you get high enough level. Cash shop changes, looks, layouts, monster release lock, buddy login notification, so you can add the message. If you put a huge number, it'll show you if it's 500,000 or 500 billion. You'll now be able to select all when you're trying to level up a skill. Why this was not implemented 5 years ago is beyond me, but yay progress. Pet buff skill window will remain in the equipment window in a deactivated status even when you unequip your pets or when your pets die. Is when you unequip your pets, translation, when you neglect your animals and they starve. You can do quick commands. You could type /lol and then have it show something else. If you want to, if there's a certain message you type a lot, you can just slash. You can like /1, /2, and you can have your basic rewards, your basic retorts for people, your basic responses. You know, if you're not feeling like typing everything out, it's like, no, sorry, I am training. Yes, I would like the party for dailies. You know, /1, /2. /proxo equals proxo stinky. Nice. Auction house, tab key, price input. Choo-choo island, lack lines, area beginning quest improved. New quests have been automatically. New quests that automatically start have been added to make it easier to start these areas quests. Oh, sorry about yawning. If you have already completed, you will not be able to complete. If you already started them, you won't be able to complete these quests. Yeah, I think in general, being like, oh, we have quests, run back to point 1, run to the map, back to point 1, back to the new map, back to point 1, back to the, like, yeah. I get it, but we don't want to feel like an errand boy or like a messenger owl all the time, right? For all the quest lines, so I think it's cool to streamline some of that. New bossing, crafting materials, items used to trade. The description of certain items, like main crafting materials or items used to trade in for coins, have been changed. Things like the items uses and the locations of the NPC where you can exchange them have been added. Okay, cool. Then the extra difficulties, so we've got easy will, normal Hilla. So easy will is supposed to be like a little bit more difficult than easy. an easy lucid, but around the difficulty level of normal slime. And it requires 560 arcane power, so that's quite that's very close, right? Because you'll have like, I don't know what easy is at for arcane power. Is it the same as normal? I think it is, but I think it's like 540 for bonus, right? And then this one is 560, so that's really close. So that's a obvious next step. Plus, I think if enough people do easy will, I think you'll get used to the moonlight. And then you can probably start skipping from easy right into doing hard will, and some people are probably going to be skipping normal will, I think. But it depends on when people have started playing. If they're going to, you know, add that to their rotation, or if, like from the beginning, or if they're already trying to do normal, you're not going to take a step back and do easy. It doesn't make much sense to go back in that way. What level is easy will? Still 250? I believe so, yeah. No, wait, is he? Wait, wasn't it in the last patch notes that they lowered his level because that was the main problem? I think they lowered his level, but I don't see it here now. Control F. Easy will. Oh, two people saying it might be 235. Yeah, that would make sense, because 235 is the level area. The area level is when you can enter the area and when you can start doing the story mode and everything. And I think the story one is level 235, right? Yeah, so that should lower the barrier as well for people to try the boss. Because the main thing is the arcane power and the level. Those two just make it too difficult to start doing the boss too early. Because, I mean, you can jump in and kind of learn the mechanics, but you're not going to go far when it comes to damage, so... Hey, welcome back, Shisush. How was the boat trip, dude? How was work? So, well, easy mode, between easy lucid and normal lucid, yeah, just like slime. And then we have normal Verus Hilla, which is kind of weird to have two prefixes, because we'll have normal Hilla, hard Hilla, normal Verus Hilla, and hard Verus Hilla. NVH, yeah, I don't know, but it's still gonna be harder than will and hard will. Is Verus Hilla? Well, yeah, but I guess for GMS this is already kind of weird. I don't think that hard Verus Hilla is harder than Chaos Gloom and Chaos Darknell because of our access to healing familiars. I think for most, if not all people, Chaos Gloom and Hard Darknell are going to be more tricky and require more damage than Verus Hilla. They're definitely, yeah, they're close together, but like the star system is a little bit arbitrary, and because of Verus Hilla mechanics and because of healing familiars, Hilla is definitely not as difficult as she was designed to be for GMS. Just in a hotel quarantining because 4 motherfuckers on your boat tested positive for COVID. Yikes. I mean, at this point, it's like inevitable because I think everyone's gonna get Omicron at some point. The amount of the numbers now are crazy, so it's just not. It's just a matter of when you get it, not if. I think. Kids Gloom is the most shit show mechanics. Yeah, if you have Dark Side though, you can immune quite a bit of things. Yeah, you need 900 arcane power for which is the same as hard. So yeah. It's supposed to be between hard will and chaos slime. Yeah. Okay. So I guess we'll add these to the list in 6 months. And then normal mode for chosen Seren. It requires 150 authentic force which for 1 and 200 for phase 2, which is the same as regular Seren. And should be in difficulty level in between Hard Darknell and the Black Mage. Okay. Why? Yeah. Oh yeah, and just like last time, they don't mention Verus Hilla here. Well, yeah, so it's easier than it's easier than those two, but you know, by 2 stars apparently. So now we go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 silver stars to 3 gold stars to 5 gold stars. It'd be cool if they kind of said like what those numbers are based off of. But I guess it's just a ordinal scale anyway, so I'm not sure if it really matters. But then if it's an ordinal scale, why are you going to 3 and then to 5? Why not 1 and 2? So it's an interesting ordinal scale where you still skip steps, so it implies a weight within intermittent, like in between the scales, but you know, whatever. Then Kalos is like 10 golden stars. I'm not sure. It'll probably, if I had to guess, I think it's going to be like at the same or like just one higher, but I'm not sure if they want to make bosses that are like way harder. I think it might be in difficulty the same, but it might require like 200 authentic force for like phase 1 and then like 250 or 300 for phase 2 or some crazy stuff, until they bring out more symbols or find a way to increase the max or speed up the leveling. So for certain boss sections, yeah, so basically this is just to fill the gaps, so there's more natural progression of like, oh, this is the next boss, this is the next boss, right? So you don't feel like, oh, if I want to go do this next boss, which is like the one step more difficult than the one that I can already do, I have to level like 25 times and do dailies for about 3 months until I can kill it. It's like, that doesn't feel very satisfying. So they're trying to bring all the steps a little bit closer together, so it makes more sense to go from A to B to C to D, all the way to Z, all the way to the Omega Alpha Chad. Not Alpha Chad, Omega Chad, Sigma Male. Okay, boss accessory, set additions, and reorganization. So we already talked about this. So the Twilight Mark is basically going to be the one thing together with the Angel Ring that we're going to be looking at for GMS meta-wise. So the Twilight Mark is going to be dropped from normal and hard, lucid, and will. Just like the ring, like the normal version is going to have very, very low chance of dropping it, and then the hard version of the bosses should have a more significant chance to drop it. It's level 140. It's coming with Flame Advantage, so the Flame Advantage should be quite nice as well. It can go all the way up to High Star Force. And yeah, we don't have anything that can transfer into that. We do have things that can transfer into that, but they can only go up to 20 stars. So you could technically do like 20 up until 19, and then start from 19 stars to reduce like the boom risk and to start higher. And if you get lucky on the first one, you're immediately at 20. Probably people who are even somewhat min-maxy will probably still do that. But other than that, you yeah. So there's a few options. Like you use this as a temporary face accessory, and then you move into either get a good flame in it, transposing this into the Sweetwater Tattoo, or you keep this with the slime ring and use the 2 set bonus, and you basically just keep that the whole way up. If you get high enough Star Force on this, depending on how long it takes you to move into the pitch boss set, basically. Because the 10% boss damage is on there. And then we have this weird ass scroll that we talked about, so that's to change the set of the Guardian Angel Slime between boss accessory and the Dawn, depending on what you want to do. Is it tattoo level 160? It is, yes. But for transposing, 140 is high enough. 140 plus is what you want to transpose. And this is evidenced by transposing into the earrings and into the pendant. Like for the Sweetwater pendant, you can use the Dominator pendant, which is 140 as well. It's a little, it's like a similar system to Transfer Hammer, but the exact details are different. So it's good to know those differences for the limitations of the system. You probably only transpose on a high damage percentage class. Yeah, I think as an arc, I probably would want to do it. But a Cadena or who else, like a Night Lord, have comparatively very low total percentage damage, so the 10% boss is going to represent more damage. So you'll want to probably keep this thing instead. Okay. Oh, it will cost you 10 mil though, but I guess that's a small price to pay. Okay, so this set bonus screen is entirely too big. Because now there's an 8 and a 9 set bonus added to the pitch boss pieces. That's going to slide all the way down to the... Like, your screen is going to end here, and then these numbers are going to be off screen. So the 6 set bonus is changing to gain 10% IED, and they're adding 2 more layers, another boss one and a 5% critical damage one. If you get all of the pitch boss pieces, which of course in GMS we're not going to do because of Golok's set bonus, but we might go pretty far on this, so. So these are all like small changes that were also in the KMS Tespia. These are some small skill changes with which I think I haven't put in my file yet. So let me find those and add that real quick. I could work on the titling a little bit, I guess. Oh wait, usually I do. How do I do this usually? Usually I do this. See. I don't think I've added this yet, right? Yeah, because I want to wait until it's like full KMS. Not heading 2, heading 1. And this can be subtitle. Cool. Bam bam. No, not bookmark. What? Go away. Go away. Go away. Add a bookmark. Yeah. Remove. Yeah. Yeah. Close. Yeah. Heading 2, yes, yes, yes. And then usually there's also skill fixes, so we'll see that in a bit. But again, these are the same from Tespia, I'm pretty sure, with nothing too crazy going on. Just some minor tweaks. The big skill changes are coming, or were announced here in the live talk, that are going to be part of the Destiny update. Those will be a little bit later than the Explorer reworks, but they are also on the way. Big revamps and big skill balancing for all the classes, not just the Explorers. So that's another thing that that I'm also kind of excited about, that we're looking into in the near future. Give Cadena Shadow Partner. That would actually give you some legit burst. I think at this point, I don't know. I still don't know exactly where all the classes are with performance, like at the upper end, because it's so difficult to gauge that, but depending on how good it is, it might be kind of crazy. Yeah, so these are mainly just small tweaks. So this is a annoying change in my opinion. Fixed an issue in Pink Bean Chaos where after the second resurrection Pink Genesis affected. But here, this one, Guardian Angel's Time Normal Chaos has been changed so that it is considered a clear when the last phase's monster is defeated instead of when the Slime's treasure box is defeated. Now I get that for like carries and stuff, for people like running again after reset and like carrying multiple people and blah blah blah, they wanted to tweak that. But what this essentially means that if you crash before you open the box, that you're just fucked out of the box for the week. So hopefully the game stability is a lot better before we get to that point, so that this doesn't negatively impact the people as much. Because now at least if you crash, like, it really sucks, but you can just do the boss again and still get the reward. You don't understand the change? Basically, if you carry someone in the run right before, and you go in before, or you clear right before reset, and the person waits at the box, you leave, you can enter again because you didn't clear it yet, because it didn't count as a clear because the box wasn't killed. And you can enter again with another party, carry them, and then the first person can open the box, and then the second person can open the box as well. This is basically what people were doing with CRA as well. When they were joining CRA, they were getting the boss really low, and then not clearing it, and the person in the map was just hopping around, and then they would requeue CRA in a different channel and go with a different person and do the same thing there, and then the people would just be waiting in the map, and they would do that like 3 times, and then every single person that opened the box and got the crystal got 50% of the crystal, but it was actually 4 people clearing. And this way they gained more crystal value and they got more people money. That's why they added the 30-minute cooldown entry for CRA, because that was a thing that people in KMS were doing. And then we just got the copy of that, even though nobody in GMS did that because it was horribly convoluted and very inefficient. But we still got that that fix, which basically is just a negative for us, because now if something goes wrong, you have to wait 30 minutes until you can go in again, or if you crash or something. So it's one of those things that's the easiest fix to implement, but also not really giving a fuck about the consequences of people who weren't doing that, so, you know, whatever. Helix leaving before the head died so you could carry 3 runs too? Yeah, but they curved that with leaving the amount of entries to 1 per day. Actually, if you left at the right time, you could actually kill the head and leave. And it would not count for you as a clear, and you could go in again and not have cooldown, and you could still get the reward points. That timing happened to me before, but I think that was also like EU lag at play there, because if you timed it just a little bit off, your game would also just close and implode on itself. So, you know, a lot of weird stuff would happen with that. Black Mage Heart has been changed in the same way, so that it considered a clear when the last phase's monster is defeated instead of when the Genesis Egg is defeated. Yeah, so for Black Mage, this is the thing that gives you the drop, like the giant shiny black thing. And I was like, when I saw the first clear, I was like, wait, where's the box? It was like, oh, it's the giant thing. Like, oh, Genesis Egg. Yeah, I'm gonna get some eggs in the chat, boys. We were just talking about eggs. How appropriate. Yeah, some quest fixes. Again, I don't double read all of these if you care terribly. Oh, that's Cespia. Right, I'm looking at the wrong fucking notes, but these are the same. So they're so similar that it doesn't even show. Minor update here for KMS. Characters who complete Burning World step-up missions in previous Burning Worlds could open the Burning World step-up UI in regular worlds. Okay, that's weird. Fix the issue with the Stella Starlight Chariot event, where if you accepted Cernium, Burning Cernium, Orbital Ark's daily quests, and then completed Stella Starlight Chariot quest, these 3 daily quests would be marked as completed on the Daily Missions tab. Huh. Okay. Fixed errors related to the skill cooldown alarm feature. Fixed an issue where if you change channels while a skill was on cooldown, the skill alarm effect would be activated multiple times. Nice. That's not good. Maple Guide's quick move cooldown has been changed from 30 seconds to 10 seconds. Ah, okay, that was already part of the KMS here. There it is. Minimize the possibility of errors of quick move feature set to 30 seconds, but this was inconvenient when players needed to teleport to maps faster than that. The cooldown has been changed to 10 seconds to help prevent overload, I guess, while ensuring that it's still as error-free as possible. Yeah. Or to help prevent the wait times. Nice. Dude, my neighbor just walked by like 6 times. That guy always forgets. He's one of those guys who would like forget his head if it wasn't attached to his shoulders. Through his neck. He would forget it. He would just leave it somewhere. The guy's always like leaving and going and leaving and going. Merc Marbles, thank you for the prime. I don't know why the alert didn't show up. Oh, there it is. A little bit late. A little bit of a delay, but thank you very much for the prime. How you doing, bro? Thank you, thank you. I'm your neighbor. You are? Okay, cool. Some Maple Guide fixes. Cash Shop basic hair and face coupon. Okay, that's a lot of styles going on. New choices for the basic coupons. Okay. Basic biches. Royal style. And now we are diving into the NX, which is in KMS a lot. There is a lot of NX usually in events. Yep. We got Black Mage with the beach ball and some hard sunglasses. I don't know about the ducky inner tube, flamingo inner tube Black Mage pet. Our Tobinhead Warrior in his best outfit. We got mini pets. The pets come with all 3 in one package. They cost 10k each. Black Mage's Summer Vacation. Then Starlight Symphony. Let us hear some of the music. It's loud. Su. Wait. No, this is not an S. J. Der. Da. E. Wait, it's supposed to be a J, no? This? Jiterai? Is that supposed to be Stella? If this was supposed to be an S, then it would be Stella. That would make sense. But then this is here. This is a J now? Different fonts in Korean don't make sense to me a lot of the times. Because this is an S, and if there's like a stick above it, it's supposed to be a J, no? But it's hard to tell a lot of times if they do like a special font. If it's just part of the font that's like fancy, or if it's an extra stick that makes the letter. Right, because this is an S, but then this is the J, and then this is the Ch. But this to me looks more like this than just to this part, right? So this doesn't look like an S to me at all. That doesn't feel like a bad interpretation, it just feels like an unclear font. But like we know it's supposed to say Stella, so that makes sense. And then this is, I don't know what this is. This is like the possessive, I guess. You put at the end of the word to know that it's possessive. Biol beach ma Biol beach ma ja. Nice. Grease is weird, yeah. Cool. More songs? Maybe later. Still started showing yet. We'll run from December 30th all the way to March 9th. March now! Another month later than the current event. Jesus! It's one of the simplest languages. Yeah, but because it's so simple, people move between it a lot. Languages that are more complex, people tend to adhere to the general rules more, because otherwise it goes off the fucking rails. But languages that are more simple, people tend to like be more liberal with how they use it, because it's so simple and because everyone can still get it very easily if you make like small alterations. And this is heavily illustrated by vowels in Korean making no sense. They will write 3 vowels in Korean exactly the same, or completely differently, but pronounce them exactly the same, and then some vowels that are written exactly the same will be pronounced completely different. They 100% do. You could say they don't, but they 100% do. We've seen like written Korean and listened to the Korean, and like the Korean if you hear that, if I tell you write the Korean you can write it in 3 ways, and all 3 of them will be correct. And then if I say O, like how do you write O, is like depending on what word you'll write it differently. A lot of times when English is transcribed into Korean, it won't look like how it should be pronounced. But Koreans will just write it in a certain way that makes sense for them. But the way you write the vowels will be different. So if you know how an English word is supposed to be said and just like write this in, like transcribe it in Korean, if you transcribe it correctly, it will be wrong to Koreans because they'll just write the words differently because they just don't pronounce the vowels the same. Yeah, I know O and O are different for sure, but those aren't the ones I was talking about. I was talking about E. Because there's another one with E that's also different. It's whether the stick is in the front, in the left, in the middle, or behind in the back. You basically depending on the word, they'll pronounce it exactly the same. Or yeah, like the B, the double B, and the P. Sometimes it'll be a singular B. They'll pronounce it as a P. Sometimes the double B is softer than the actual single B, and sometimes the P is like the softest of all of them. But it just, I think that's because it's so simple. You'll have it changing more because people will still understand what you're saying. Native speakers will, but it'll be harder and harder for non-native speakers to come in. But if a language is super complicated, like Chinese, if you just learn like all of the symbols and you learn the official things, everyone will kind of still remember from school because you have to learn like the official rules and stuff. But it'll be like closer to what it's supposed to be. Live in Korea and it's hard as hell. Learning it is easy, but speaking it properly is damn hard. Well, yeah, because what's going to be proper is going to depend on the people around you. Because if you speak it like super properly, how you would learn it, other people will just be like, oh, that's not how we say it. Like, we just say things differently. And then you'll have to learn that, even if you learn something like officially in school or something. So, to get back to the patch notes, or like in language class, whatever. Starlit Point, it's lit. Or through the event coin, there is a season pass, okay? Which gives you access to extra rewards. It's big. Daily missions, very similar to the current one. You have 1,000 monsters, 2,000 monsters, 3 elite, 2 missions. It's basically a copy of now, okay? I'm not gonna read all of them, but as soon as you see this list, it's basically a copy of the current event on what counts as a daily. But the rewards are different. You can get 1 Starlight Stamp per Maple ID and 2 Starlight Stamps on the weekends for the login thing. You can click the Starlight Pass button for 3,000 Maple points to get an uncompleted stamp, just like you could in the Chariot thing. 3,000 Maple points for a single day is, of course, pricey. Most people are not going to be doing that. But season pass, all right? Season a motherfucking pass. We've started. Pay to win is entered now. You can use the Starlight Pass and pay 19,800 Maple points to be able to receive all of the rewards twice. So apparently, in the beginning, this was 40k, which is very high. 20,000 Maple points. I wonder if this is the amount where people are like it's not too expensive for what I get, and I don't feel too bad for not buying it if I don't want it. I wonder what that price point is. Because if you make it too cheap, it'll feel worse to people because they'll feel forced to buy it. If you make it too expensive, then people are just going to complain like you're just trying to money grab off of the people who are whales. So you have to have a sweet spot where people feel like it's worth the money, and where people who don't feel like buying it don't feel like they are losing a whole lot of value for not buying it, right? That's kind of like where I think the sweet spot is for pay to win. I don't know if 20k is where that point is, but I mean, I know I have Maple points and I have an XP pay from Beamergate and everything, so I mean, I'll get it, but because I mean, double up and you get like a extra free level up potion to 250 and stuff like that. I mean, it seems worth it. I think most of these things are not going to be worth anything for me though, but I think just for the last potion, I think it's worth it. Me a whale? Shamu? Can we get Shamu in the chat? So 9 stamps, 10 extreme growth potion voucher. Yeah, I guess that's some EXP in a low level character, but for if you have everything past 200, it's not going to do much. 18 stamps, a selective symbol voucher. So I think that's the one where you get, was it 200? Yeah, 200 symbols or 40 sacreds. So that's going to be able to go twice. That's big. 3 experience nodes, 3 selective, 3 event rings voucher. So you get one of the 3 big S event rings. Exclamation mark rings for more info on those. Selective growth potion voucher. I hope that's going to give you a whole lot of stuff, a whole lot of points, because otherwise that's pretty bad. It's got to give you like 20 levels or 30 levels on something. Party time? Yo, have a good party, Noah. See you around, dude. 100% karma, unique potential scroll. That's not too bad. That can always come in handy. Soft blush petal skin voucher. Yeah, I'm probably just going to let that expire. And then a maximum growth potion voucher. So that's the free level past 200 all the way up to 250. Oh yeah, they mentioned here it's the 200 arcane or the 40. Yeah. The selective. Oh, the selective growth potion voucher is not the one. This one is not the trait one. It's the one where you get 8 200 to 209s, 4 200 to 219s, 2 200 to 229s, or 1 free up to 240. I see. Okay. So anywhere that has the Ursus times listed, exclamation mark Ursus. Shining shooting star. There is a swan? Are the eyes here, or are these sunglasses that are resting on their nose? It's a stork, I think? But which bird has the eyes in their beak? They must have the color going past... Don't swans have that? Where the color goes, like, past where their eyes are? Yo, stay in the jazz, please. Yes. I don't know. Some kind of bird, some kind of celestial bird duder is playing a violin. Loosely holding onto it somehow. It's floating. It's magic. Don't question it. So there's a skill in the map. Kill monsters near your level. Bunch of stuff appears. Can activate up to 10 times a day. Sound familiar? Yes. It's basically a recolor of the current event. With everything up until now, except for the season pass. My eyes are on my nose. True, but your nose doesn't continue past your eyes, right? Like, I mean, depending on your definition. Unless you see your forehead as part of your nose. In which case, I'll eat my words. And I will say that you are correct. It is available to characters level 200 or higher. Go to outer space together with other players and join the stars. Oh, we wonderful constellations. Oh yeah, so that's the minigame we saw where basically you just connect the stars and you have to reproduce the constellation by flying. This seems interesting. I don't know. Feels a little bit convoluted maybe. But, you know, it's probably going to be crazy amount of EXP like the current game, so... Like the puzzle game and everything, and like the cooking, yeah. I see big ass numbers here, so fuck it. Okay, the third stage you will acquire experience and progress for the Stella's Starlight Chariot daily mission. Yep. Okay, I guess we have a little video here. Nice. So you just, yeah, you're trying to reproduce. You go up diagonally, one more, yeah, that one. Oh, wow. You have to really be like, okay, that's 2, that's 3. Oh, it represents the map too, so... It's weird though that you have the mini-map, but you don't have your own location. I guess it would be too easy if you have your location. But yeah, you're gonna see like, okay, this is 1 off the side, so we're going until 1 off. This is a little bit longer than some sticks, so this is 2 long. This is 3 probably. Yeah, I guess you'll get better at it pretty quickly as you do it more. Nice, got him. Concert of Stars. Ooh. The Kappa this event is by far my favorite since I just do my dailies. Yeah, it's kind of true. I mean, sometimes I have to do like 1 or 2 more small dailies to finish up my daily beans, but that's pretty much it, and then I'm done. So I like that you can overlap the two. 2 birds and 1 stone. Oh, feed 2 birds with 1 scone. Sorry, Peter. My bad, my bad. You can see special buffs by going through the Starlight Point every 30 minutes. Oh my god, a special map where every 30 minutes there's a buff? For 10 minutes you'll be able to receive special buffs. Is it going to be 1 for training and 1 for bossing, and then they're going to alternate between it? Oh my god, this is such a novel idea. Okay. Ooh. Each band will randomly play a remixed version of MapleStory BGMs. Wait, this is already in the playlist. Wait, okay, I could just keep my playlist on. Lo-fi version? What is this one again? A crane? Oh, a crane. Maybe it is? But even a crane has their eyes. Oh, I guess some cranes don't. Hang on, give me a zoomed in crane picture. Yeah, and even the crane has the eyes like behind the color, the specific color change of the beak. But it probably is a crane. Yeah, you're right. That looks like it. What is this? Melody Coin Shop and Meso Shop. This is the important stuff. Of course, also, let's try to read this. Melody. No, k. Oh, this is g. G, k. Ko, I, n, sh, ya, b. So shop is with a B. Thanks, Korean. Appreciate it. Melody Coin Shop, Meso Shop, running from December 30th all the way till March 13th. That's so late into the year. They're really moving it later and later and later. So what do we have? Event ring only Meister cubes, so limit up to 100. 10 reboot vouchers, e-pots, scrolls, hammers. I'm seeing if there's anything special here. Well, I mean, all of these items have their own use, of course, but if there's like a crazy amount or if there's anything new here. I hope there's more nodes in this one than the current one, because the current amount of nodes is very, very limited. Karma Powerful, Rebirth Flames, Black Rebirth Flames, Craftsman, Meister, River Droplet Stone, 100 Arcane River Droplet Stone, 150 coins, limit of 20 reboot only. Huh. Primal Droplet Stone, 150, limit of 20. Okay, that's way lower, but I guess they are now permanently in the shop in KMS, right? So there's not the need as much to rely on these kind of events to get an insane boost in them. A Karma Scroll for 7,000, 100% only legendary for 5,000. Wow, so they see getting a ring to 17 stars as 7,000. But a 17-star ring is essentially, well, it's just for enhancement in general, but like a 17-star ring to compare is usually about at the same power as an event ring. Sometimes even a little bit less. But like an event ring itself in shops usually is like 1,000 or 2,000, but then getting an existing ring to the level of an event ring is 7,000? Or you could get legendary on that event ring and basically have a ring that's legendary and values of 17 star for like 7,000 in total, versus having a other ring at 17 star that's barely making up for the stats and has no potential. That's like a weird balance to me. But I guess the other rings might be going past 17, so you're setting it up for success for that, maybe? I don't know if it's worth that much though, but That's interesting pricing. I'm just trying to look at the numbers and see if they make sense to me. Tenebris Exploration Ring enhancement, so that's only for a non-reboot, yeah? Yeah. And then Awake Ring enhancement, yeah, okay. Growth, we have experience coupons, as always, 15 minutes, nice. The monster eggs, 7-day voucher, teleport world map voucher, penance slot expansion. This all seems very similar to the current shop, right? Is this where the nodes are supposed to be? 8 slot recipe and crafting bag, 20 slot scroll bag, 40 slot soul bag. Limit of 50. Okay, I think, how much is it now? Is it 20 or 30 that you can buy? So 50 is at least better. I don't know if that's enough, but I guess the Maple Guide is giving new people more. It's 20 now? Yeah. So 50 is at least... Also, it says limit of 50... Does it say per account here? Usually he mentions all items. Oh, here, all items in this shop can put into storage and are limited per world. And for this one, all items in this shop are untradeable and are limited per character, except the mysteries of core gemstones, which are limited per. Okay, so that is a limit per world again, but it is 50 instead of 20, so at least that's access to more. Experience node for 1,000, that's super expensive. Medals of Honor. Special Medals of Honor. Chaos, Circulator, Black, Legendary Circulator. This is really... The Legendary Circulator is such bait for Reboot. It's so much easier to just roll to Legendary in Reboot. But this is exclusively here for non-Reboot, because this is very pricey to do in non-Reboot. Yeah, exclamation mark familiars. There's a list on the bottom there. Ping Booger. Ping Booger. Ooh. Give us a double legendary circs from TMS. Wait, double legendary circs from TMS? What are those? I haven't heard of those before. Arcane symbols. 100 of each. Oh, that was limited to 50 now, right? So that's doubled. And this is 20, 40, 60. I think... Are they 20, 40, 60 right now as well? And before they were 30, 50, 70, right? I think they reduced them with the current event as well. 20, 40, 60? Yeah, I think they did, because it was like 3k to buy out 50. But you can buy double. And then the authentic symbols up to 100 for 200 coins each. Nice. You can roll 2 legendary lines? Wait. Okay, why am I surprised? Why am I even surprised? It's TMS. Of course they're gonna find some oh, damn. The special miracle circulator can reset to 2 lines of legendary inner ability lines. And what are the odds of that? That is just so... They just have to find everything in the game that they can possibly tweak beyond reason and do it. That's TMS. Okay. Okay, so access to more of those items. So that's cool. That gives more value to the overall account, I think. And also more value to leveling multiple characters with some of those items being a little bit more trainable. Or more transferable. Okay, then we've got chairs, damage skins, damage skin extractor, 40 slot chair bag. Which is weird as a limit of 1 if you can equip 2 per character. So you have to play for 2 events if you want to max out. All of these are untradeable and limited per character, except for damage skin extractor was it limited per world, okay. And then the meso shop. 50 mil flames. Okay, this is all not in Reboot, so I'm gonna skip these. 250 mil eternal flames in Reboot, of course. Good price, only for the low price of 27.5 powerful flames. You can get a single eternal. The value normally is 3 to 1, so you're paying a 9x premium on those. Which, unironically, people will do, though. If you're looking for super high tier flames on, like, your Genesis weapon or something, you will still buy those, but you're getting absolutely ripped off. It should be, like, 150 mil with a limit of 50 or something. That would be way more fair, but whatever. And then Black Flames, 375 mil meso each with a limit of 30. That's a lot. That's over 10 bill if you buy those out. Selective skincare coupon, but I guess if you're farming like trillions, then, you know, it makes sense. Occult cubes. Scrolls. Another fairy heart. Okay. That seems to be pretty staple now to throw at least one fairy heart in there. Skin coupons, Android ear sensor clip, and selective event voucher for these, yeah. Some people might say, like, why are there no droplets in there? The droplets are already in the regular shop for 50 mil each, all year round, unlimited quantity. So those are no longer going to be part of meso shops. They're no longer needed to be in there, because people already have access to them. Oh yeah, so these are the... If you get the skin coupon, you can change your character's skin color to these. I believe you still don't have an option to save skin color in your style setup, though. So... you know, use this at your own peril. Should be going for a fairy heart if you don't have one yet. Yes. If you want to be serious with that character, get a fairy heart, because Wondroid is never a guarantee. And if it does come back, you'll just have one character less that you have to worry about, one fewer character that you have to worry about to get the Wondroid heart on, and you can focus on other characters. Just better be safe than sorry. Like, the 2 bill for the fairy heart might be a lot of money at the moment that you buy it, but in the grand scheme of things for your entire account, 2 bill is worth having the insurance of at least having a potential heart over potentially never getting one on a character. Like, imagine right now, that's like asking someone right now, if there's a badge in the, there's a potential badge in the shop, but, you know, Sengoku might come back at some time. Do you think it's worth buying it? You will not find a single person who's like, nah, don't buy it, you know, because Sengoku might maybe come back at some... No, it's like, you fucking buy it immediately. Because if you can get a guarantee for a potential piece, fairy heart is pretty close to best in slot. Yeah, it's super close. The base stats of the heart are a little bit lower, and the last Wondroid events gave a little bit of a bonus on the androids themselves, of like 5 weapon and magic attack. But the main thing is that the potential tier of the fairy heart is the same as the Wondroid, and it's way better than the Lithium heart, which is the only alternative, so that's why we will still go for it. Okay, and then we have acquire harmony coins by defeating weekly bosses and talk to caster. This is completely different from the black beans, chat. I don't even want to see you guys mention that it's similar. These are harmony coins gotten from a completely different group of bosses. Okay, maybe it's exactly the same group of bosses, but it's very, very different from black beans, because it's not like the shop has like a bunch of flames in it that you could possibly purchase. Instead, what's in there is droplets and flames. Okay, there's also Terra Burning Plus, all right, which is very different from the current event, all right. It's very different, okay? It's actually going to be, okay, up to level 200, 3 levels at a time. But here's what's very different, okay? You cannot Terra Burn a 0. Wait, okay, that's the same. Hang on. You get a snail pet for them. Wait, hang on. There's one thing here that's very, very different, guys. Okay, expiring Root Abyss set. The weapon will have a fixed potential of 6% attack or magic attack, 3% damage, and 4% critical rate will expire in 90 days. That's very different, okay? That doesn't exist right now. It's also kind of a downgrade. I mean, it's an upgrade when you get it, but it is different, okay? I knew I was gonna find something different, chat. You guys were with me all the way, right? Whew. No need to occult cube? Yeah, you can immediately just reveal, move on. At level 200, receive the Eternal Flame title, which gives the same stuff as always. Title can only be used after completing 30 days. Cool. And at level 200, your Terra Burning character will also receive a Terra Burninator, which means you can use it on an existing character and give it the 2 levels extra for every level boost, okay? But none of that, but also stuff at level 200. But these are extra, guys. A Burninator coupon. So you get almost a 2-for-1. So if you have a character, you've already invested a little bit of money, it's level 140, you know it needs to get to level 200, but you're not looking forward to training, Just give it a little bit better gear, save up some Legion coins, get some Monster Park potions, get that Terra Burning in there, and brrr, your way to 200, okay? Get it over with. So you have to get your a Terra Burn to 200, but you get an extra good one, so that's kind of nice. And then there's also rewards at 200, 205, and 210 on the Terra Burning character. 30 nodes at 200, 60 nodes at 205, and then at 210, 5 experience nodes, and the Eternal Flame Ring voucher, which, you know, is our old tried and true. Hello, more than 4. What up, BK? How you doing, bro? Thank you very much for the 24 2-year anniversary. We have Nate's 3-year anniversary and BK's 2-year anniversary today. Can we get some feels? Birthday mans. Here you go. Happy birthday, boys. 60 nodes? Yeah, so I think before they had a combination of regular nodes and experience nodes. I think it's better to just give flat more nodes early on, because experience nodes aren't really useful at level 200 and 205. Plus, you want to just have quantity over quality when it comes to nodes early on, so that you can have more RNG and hopefully find more tri-nodes. So I think this is a good change in general. And then 5 experience core nodes and the voucher at 210. So hopefully by this time you will have leveled up your boost nodes a little bit, and then you can start investing in some skill nodes or in Holy Symbol or something like that. Point stream elements, okay. And then at 215 and 220, oh my god, shocker guys, there's more. Wait, there's more. Terra Burning and Terra Burning booster character will give additional rewards. Wait, let me just read this. Only characters that complete fetch up with rewards. Booster characters will booster event. The core nodes are untradeable and expire in 7 days, so open them right away. Untradeable ring and unique on reveal, that's the same. The gifts reaching 200, 205, 210 can only be received once on a Terra Burning character and once on a Terra Burning booster character, Maple ID. Wait, these can also be gotten on a Terra Burning booster character? Ooh, your booster character is not gonna get the equips, but they are also getting this. Oh shit! They're also getting an extra flame ring and the extra nodes. What the fuck? So if you guys are using this on like a level 140 Mercedes or Evan or something, not only are you gonna get it to 200 at 3 levels at a time, but you're also getting 90 nodes all the way up to 205 to make sure that you can get the level 3 links, and you can get the flame ring, so that if you actually like the character at 210, you can keep going and you already have a good ring to start funding the character, or turn it into a bossing mule. There's a lot of value right here. Every time I think that like Terra Burning is already so ridiculously OP, they just keep adding more and more and more stuff. It's a lot of stuff. Okay. So the gifts for each transfer can only be received once on a Terra Burning character and once... Okay, but I think this does mean that there's only going to be 1 round of Terra Burning for the whole winter event. And there's not going to be like this 2 times. Which makes sense. And it also makes it more clean when people are like, wait, can I get this 1 time? Can I get these rewards twice? Now everything is just 1 time, but it counts for all the characters. So reaching 225 on a Terra Burning or Terra Burning booster character will give additional rewards. 215 selective growth potion voucher, so that's like 8 levels between 200 and 209, 4 between 200 and 219, etc, etc. There's another burn with the Explorer Remaster. Oh, never mind then. But it does say here, the gifts reaching 225 can only be received once. Oh, once on a Terra Burning character? Oh, they don't mean... Okay. Once... Yeah, okay. Well, obviously you can claim it like 15 times. I thought he meant once per Terra Burning during the event period. That's how I read it. But I guess this is like just for completion's sake. But, I mean, yeah, of course. You're not gonna get multiple. Okay, so maybe there are going to be multiple. That's actually... Wow. That's a lot of stuff. It's almost going to be impossible to keep finishing all of this. But yeah, that's like you're getting like 2 free 220s, basically. Legions have never grown so big. Just what I need? Hell yeah, but you're gonna have to wait 6 months for that. So select the growth potions at 215 and a 220 choice between Absolab weapon box and the Dominator pendant box. Okay, so they're bringing that back. Terra Burning booster characters can receive these rewards by reaching level 215 and 220 during the entire event, even if the Terra Burning booster effect has ended. Okay, also that. Those rewards can only be claimed once per Maple ID for the entire event, so only one of your Terra Burning characters can receive them. Okay, so this is still the same as the current event. That this is only once per account, but this is for every single one. I mean, the Eternal Flame Ring is pretty fucking cool, so it doesn't seem like that bad of a thing to me. More stuff, hypers, yeah. Remember, Absolab Weapon Box, guys. Exclamation mark, what is it? Exclamation mark Fixolab on where to pick up that item. Selective growth potion voucher can be put in storage. Okay, cool. Absolab Weapon Box can be put into storage. Yes. 0 characters cannot use the box. Okay, that's normal. Burning World. Are they going to change anything about the Burning World? Burning 1, 2, and 3. You can world leap to all worlds except Reboot and Reboot 2. RIP. Fast growth. Blah, blah, blah. They added 100% stance. Oh, man. Man, imagine starting MapleStory on a burning world, getting all of this stuff, 100% stance, all of this, and then like, I'm gonna transfer all of my characters to Elysium, and then you start like a regular Elysium character, you're like, what the fuck? Why is it so weak? It's like, oh, you're missing a few things. You're missing 1.5 EXP, 50 weapon, magic attack, 30% damage to bosses, normal monsters, 30% critical rate, and 30% critical damage, and 100% stance. You know, for the purpose of simplicity, couldn't they just add 30% damage? That would be too simple. There's gonna be one person with who's like pushes their glasses up on their nose with their middle finger. Is like, actually, if they gave 30% damage percent, that would actually also make summons do more damage than they're intended to do because of the calculation of summon damage percentage. So therefore, it is clearly not the exact same as 30% damage to regular monsters and to boss monsters. Okay, true. You can only use one world out of Burning 1 to 3, whichever one you first create a character on. Deleting character will not change the world you can use. You can create up to 6 characters. Oh, that is a good actually emote. Okay, what is this? Character slot expansion coupon. You cannot purchase the following items from the cash shop. Coupon for a house wedding ticket. Following features are not available in World Meso Market. Transferring. Wait, transferring links? You cannot use link skills? Oh. Maple Legion, Monster Collection, character slot expansions. I guess you don't have time for this anyway. You just gotta grind. Get those levels out. In Burning World, you can create up to 2 Mega Burning characters with the same normal benefits. Equip user inventory is expanded to 56 slots. Lara's best in slot for grinding, yes. It replaces Cadena, Illuminate Young. Probably Cadena, because if you're one-shotting, then the Cadena only applies half, right? Because you're not going to have the monsters debuffed. By the time you hit them, they'll already be dead, so only the damage for higher level than the monsters is being applied, so only 6% is being applied, and the Lara would apply, what is it, 12%, 16%? So the Lara would replace that one out of those 3. If you're one-shotting. If you're not one-shotting, then you probably replace the Hoyong. Yeah, you replace the Hoyong if you're not one-shotting. Terra Burning and regular characters created in Burning World can not acquire these rewards. Teleport world map. Sure. I'm skimming over this pretty quickly because I don't, we don't really use this when we're reboot players, and most of you guys are reboot players, so kind of skimming over this very quickly. Reach level 130 on a Mega Burning character. Growth box, Mega Burning booster exchange voucher. Gives a bunch more coupons, storm growth potions, power elixirs, mastery boxes. Sure. In Burning World, you have a level. If you have a level 100 or higher character, you can also create a 0. Oh, cool. Oh, this thing is back. I was kind of hoping that they would give this a visual update the next time this would come back. Because it's not that I don't like it. I think it's probably a good thing that every time it comes back, it looks a little bit cooler. And now it looks pretty much exactly the same as before. But yeah. Burning World Step Up missions. Yeah, this is just to give you even more progress when you're level 210, get 120 Star Force, 10 Karma, Eternal Rebirth Flames. Level 220, get 160 Arcane Force, get a unique emblem box. Unique emblem box is actually really cool because this is the only way in the game that you can get 2 of the highest tier emblems on your character, other than killing Seren and getting the, is it level 200? The Seren emblem. There's only one character in my account that has that, a Kana that I made when there was that Terra Burnout, where the Kana has 2 emblems, which is actually kind of cool for Kana because you can have an IED one for bossing and then a full damage one for mobbing if you wanted to. But other than that, the only way to get 2 is, there was another way, was to get the Honor Roll emblem, but that's from an event that's no longer out. Which I think I have one right here. Yeah, the Honor Roll emblem with 10 base stat, 5 weapon magic attack. That's level 100 as well. The map is actually still available if you have a... Oh, I don't have a teleport rock here. Okay, no, here. Principal Dojo, yes. No, that's not the one. Rip. Homeroom, that's the one. Yeah. Yeah. Newbie, why are you already in here? And this guy, I think, sold... Yeah, Honor Roll emblem for 1,000. I mean, I could buy another one, but it's probably not going to be better than the current one, right? So... Trigonometric. There's also a spirit pen in here for 7 days that I haven't bought yet, you know? I can always keep this one open.
We're back again.
New year, we're back again. Thank you for the 18 months, Mr. Bubbles. That's already a year and a half. Thank you very much. Welcome back, welcome back. Hope you had a good Christmas, New Year's celebrations, all that stuff. I'll sit there taking time to ensure it works before they release it. That's probably a good thing, yeah. Can I have 20 questions out? Not yet. We're almost there, though. Almost. Get ready. You have a list, right? After March 10th, you will no longer be able to train your characters in the Burning World, and then we'll have World Leap as usual. As per usual. What is this? To encourage users to move to Aurora, if you decide to move your characters to that world, you will receive a special gift. Red Snail Pet Box, Blue Snail Pet Box, Purple Snail Pet Box, 3 Experience Core Gemstones, 100 Selective Arcane Symbol, Vouchers, Selective Burn... Dude, that is so much stuff. 5 Extreme Growth Potions, Mitra's Double Experience Box Coupon, Burning Skill, once per character, lasts 30 days, and that gives the... Oh, that gives the benefits of the Burning World for a month. Of the 1.5 EXP and all the crit rate and damage in the stance. Jesus. I mean, that'll do it. That'll get people into a world where they otherwise wouldn't go. Jeez. Lasts for 30 days. God. Once per character, too. Do you have to join Scardor Mules before I get accepted in Scardor? It depends on what stage your character is. So if you're still just building up, you're not maybe 100% sure you want to stick with the character, and you're just trying to like play the field a little bit, and you're still working your way up very, very early game, then you can just join the Mule Guild. But it's basically so that we don't always have everyone joining the Scardor Guild immediately, because there's limited spots and, you know, access to the guild skills and all that stuff, you know. And also, it might give some extra pressure on people that they feel immediately like getting thrown into the deep end if just pretty new to the game. Elysium is more dead than Aurora. This is in KMS. In KMS, probably Aurora is more dead than Elysium. I'm guessing. I don't even know if Elysium exists in KMS. I don't fucking know. But this is KMS patch notes, right? This is not for GMS. This is for 6 months from now as well. The pets will last for 90 days. There are multi-pets that can be summoned together. They come with meso loot, auto loot, and auto buff. Oh, with auto buff too. It's like Burning Growth Potion lets you choose between 4 growth potions to... Yeah. And the Mitra's experience box can be used once per week and gives two double experience coupons for 15 minutes and be used a total of 8 times. Oh, only 2. Okay. That's a little disappointing. It's not... I thought it was going to be like the Lara box. They give like, what, it's 5 or 6 of them or something. That'd be pretty dope. Then for Reboot World from December 30th to March, you can receive 2 Mega Burning boosters. Wait, Reboot gets something when non-Reboot gets all of this? Thank you for the crumbs. Thank you. Reboot, thanks you. But another 2 Mega Burns, Jesus. So we've got a Terra Burn, Terra Burninator from the Terra Burn. Both get rewards up to like 210, and then 215 to 20 once per account, and 2 Mega Burns. In KMS. Oh, KMS has always had the Megas? Oh, that's true. They did usually always do this in KMS. Why do they never do this for GMS? I wonder. Because there's always new players in Reboot and GMS. And Mega Burnator is something that's so simple to give. It's so useless to people who already have a big Legion that they don't give a fuck. And it's so helpful to people who are just new and have a few characters that they want to get the Legion and links on, but they just hate the characters. I don't get why they don't just throw that in as well. We don't make them enough money? Well, we certainly don't right now. And another Cash Up Transfer event, which we have not seen that many of either. World Leap for the characters. Journey Special Rice Cake Soup. Ooh. Rice Cake Soup. Wait, wouldn't the rice cake get, like, super soggy in the soup? I'm not familiar with Asian cuisine. Oh, yes, we can look like a pastel version, or like a black and white pastel version of someone who has not slept in the last 69 hours. Cool. Yes, I want to look like that. Also have a black tiger on my head that is sitting on a rice cake patty. Depression is poggers. I guess so. Interesting damage skin, ruined by a tiger in front of it, as always. I really hope that one day we will have the ability to customize our damage skins a little bit and get rid of those weird-ass symbols in front of it. Because there's so many cool-looking damage skins. When you hit a crit, it's like, it's amazing. Except for that stupid effect in the front that makes it look so silly. Now I don't like it anymore. But maybe that's my personal taste. Maybe a lot of you guys actually don't care about that. But for me, that's a lot of times that's a deal breaker of switching to a certain damage skin. But yeah, maybe that's just me. MapleStory 2021 thank you gift. Thanks for not quitting and coming back to our game. Wait, I thought that's what the compensation was for. Kamaki posted a letter thanking players for continuing to play MapleStory and wishing everyone a happy new year. Together with this, they prepared a set of rewards that all players can claim until January 5th by talking to the admin. So until yesterday. Rewards can be claimed one by one on different characters in different worlds, but they can only be claimed once per Maple ID. Okay. Maximum Growth Potion. Jesus. Selective Growth Potion Voucher. 5 Extreme Growth Potions. Selective Symbol Voucher. 100 Selective and 25 Authentic Symbols. I think the 4-to-1 seems to be the general trend here, so that's a good one to... Although, no, it was a 5-to-1 on the other one, right? Like 240, I think. No, whatever. Personality Growth Potion Box. Fairy Bros. Selective Unit Damage Skin Box. A lot of people would like one of these. A Selective Unit Damage Skin Box? A lot of people looking for unit damage skins right now. Being able to choose which one you get from a box? Oof. 1,000 Melody Coins. Damage Skin Storage Slot Expansion Coupon. 4 Selective 8 Slot Expansion Coupon. And a Character Slot Expansion Coupon. That's a big thank you on New Year's. That's huge. And you can redeem one of each of these per ID, but you can receive them all on different characters if you want to. Because I imagine some of these are not tradable. So. I agree. The crit icon ruined my favorite damage skin. Me too. The is it like Dark Lightning or something? The one I have on my Arc. It used to look really cool, and then they added the crit thing to it later in some update, and then I still use it now, but I don't like it as much. Well, no. I switched away from it because of that, and now I use the regular unit damage skin instead. Because it's a bit cleaner. It's a bit easier to see how much damage I do. And then Sunday Maple. It's Sunny Sunday Maple, okay? That's what I call it, SSM. 30% discount on Star Force cost, double memes, cool. But they were supposed to have that Miracle Time, January 9th. I think that was already announced in this one, where it's going to be 5, 10, 15 and 30% off event at the same time. Which, you know, if you've played around in the calculator a little bit, Star Force. Oh no, this is DMT, yeah. But no, the big event, it's not here. Where's the big event thing? It will be Petite Pet Time. They don't have it announced here. Is it not part of the Sunny Sundays? I thought it was. The special Sunday Maple, yeah. January 9th and 23rd. Wait, where is that event then? In February? Oh, that's after these. Oh, I see. Shining Star Force. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Oh, that's in February. Okay. But yeah, if you look at like the costs, it's pretty crazy. If you do no star catching, safeguard, arcanes, during just the 5, 10, 15, look at it, 47 to 63. If you add 30% off, ooh, damn, that's like another. It's not quite 30% off. It's not quite as big, but it's like a 25% discount compared to 5, 10, like on top of 5, 10, 15. If you compare this with no event, oh, it's basically a 50% off event. That is juicy. All right, so lots of stuff. So this is already live in Maple, and we'll go over the Destiny live talk in a bit, maybe later, probably later today. And then once Max has the whole translations out, because Max, my boy, Max has got this shit on lock. He makes some good stuff. All right, check him out, OrangeMushroom.net. Make sure you whitelist him, get him that ad revenue. Okay, he puts a lot of work in. Get him paid. And the KMS Tespia and the patch notes and the translations and stuff, I'm sure he's working on it as we speak. If it's ready by the end of the day, it'll probably be too late for me, so I'll probably look into it tomorrow. But I'll try to get the Destiny Live Talk review out as soon as possible as well, so we're up to date with everything and we're not like horribly behind. So thanks for checking this one out. Let me know what you guys are most excited about in this stuff. Remember, this is 6 months away, but I think the Terra Burninator for finishing the Terra Burn, I think, is like crazy addition. Plus, that one can get all the rewards as well. I think that's huge. But it's definitely like the auto skipping of the storylines and everything. The ability to add that so that every new character doesn't feel like such a huge chore that you have to start everything all over again. I think that's gonna save a lot of time and make everything a lot cleaner. Plus, I got to add a bunch of dailies to the list. New bosses, new boss difficulties, so lots of stuff in this update. So yeah, let me know what you were excited about, what you liked, and I'll see you live on stream, okay? Or in the next video. Bye. Cool!